Hey there, everyone. It's a busy Sunday morning. It's super early. It's about 3 a.m. on Sunday, October 24th, 2021. I've got a lot going on Sunday. I got to help a bunch of, like a friend, his kid's having a birthday party, and there's going to be like 20 kids roaming around an ice skating rink, and I got to help them. So I'll be at an ice rink. There might be a video from the ice rink tomorrow if people want to see hockey. But let's talk about football for a second, and then I'll end the video talking about the NHL algorithm review for the day of Saturday and what's coming on Sunday. So, football first. After updating the injury report, and that was about all I did here in the update to the NFL algorithm for this Sunday morning. Packers moved to the top. This is still the highest scoring game of the day. This Packers game over the former Skins, the Washington Football Club. So thinks they're going to have no trouble covering the 7.5. They're at the top of this list. A lot of problems with Washington. There's probably a lot of reasons that Green Bay will win. Arizona, huge favorite over Texas, even though I feel like our points are we're giving Texans too much credit here for this 20 points. Still an unbettable game, in my opinion. It's just a really tough one. Arizona's probably going to win, but what are you going to do? So this Seattle game again. This has actually moved up. It has Seattle now winning by a touchdown. I don't know if it probably means that there are some people injured on the Saints. We could check that by going into the projection pivot and looking at what's going on with the Saints, but I don't really have time to do that right now. You can do that. You can download the file and do that yourself. Then you've got Rams beating the Lions. Doesn't think they cover the 15.5, but the Lions are pretty bad too, and the Rams are pretty good. So another really tough game. Basically, it's a lot of the same things I said in the earlier video. Not much has changed other than Tampa Bay moved down. They moved down a lot. I know Antonio Brown, I believe, is out. Somebody else must be out because this score changed a lot. So it really doesn't think that they're going to cover this 11.5. That's kind of the news from this. Also, the Chiefs moved up a little bit more against Tennessee. That's going to be a really fun game to watch. I can't wait to see how Derrick Henry does against them. Then you've got the Bengals and the Ravens. Now, it picks the Bengals winning by 4 here, but we've been underestimating the Ravens all season if you look at what we've done with them all season. And I can see why they're plus 225, Cincinnati. So the win strength is negative. Tough game all around here. Would say take Cincinnati plus a 6.5 or 7. But, how much do you trust the algorithm down here? And knowing that we've been underestimating the Ravens all year makes me, even more suspect and probably staying away from this game in Baltimore. Still likes the Jets plus 7 to cover their 7 points there, even though I think they're only going to lose by 3 against Patriots. Then you got some really close games down here. These are pretty much all unbettable. It's just they're toss-up games down here. So football-wise, I'm really liking this Seattle game. We haven't had a lot of luck predicting what's going on with the Saints this year. That's the only reason I might stay away from it. But Seattle plus now 4.5. Keep in mind that was 5.5 earlier in the week. But I did a video and it went out to everybody, and now it's 4.5. So get used to that happening as we start doing public videos all the time. Carolina and the Giants. That's that low scoring game of the day. The over under, because I did update odds as well as the injury report. That's the other thing I updated was the odds. And Carolina, where are you, Carolina? Here it is at the top. 42 and 43. Look at how look at how much lower that is. That's more than a touchdown, basically lower than what we were thinking the over under is going to be. Offensive problems, still no McCaffrey. You look at the lowest scoring game and you say bet the under there. You look at the highest scoring game and you bet the over there, right? Green Bay and Washington is 47.5. So that I don't know if that went up. That probably went up from earlier in the week as well. But says they're not going to have a problem getting there. That Washington's defense is not going to help. So anyway, that's the football update. It is a really tough week comparatively all season. I only see a few games I like. That's Seattle a little bit. But yeah, just a really tough game all around. So let's migrate over to hockey for a second. Phenomenal day for hockey. A lot of things have kind of gotten updated from the hockey video I did yesterday. Now, we had a lot of goaltending changes between when I posted that video and the actual goalies that started. that changed some things, and it's nice to see what happens when you get the correct goalies in there because it was more predictive that way. You had Vanacek had a rough game, got pulled for Sorokin, and the Caps end up losing to Calgary after coming back and tying this game 3-3. But was it Samsonov, right? Or Ilya? I don't know. I can't remember. There's too many goalies going on. But a lot of good things. Look at all the wins in a row here. I mean, the end of the night, that's 7 wins in a row. Big goals scored by teams we thought were going to score big goals. Florida only gets to 4, but Pittsburgh with Tristan Jarry instead of Casey DeSmith was favored more, and they did put up 7, beat Toronto. Carolina puts up 5. We thought they were going to put up 7. They win easily against Columbus and Korpisalo instead of whoever the other goalie was earlier. So that was better. Then you had Winnipeg winning 6-4 in a game we thought they were going to win 6-3. Good for them. St. Louis hits their 7 goals we thought, beats LA. The Islanders, bad team, but lower scoring game here because these two teams have weak adjusted power strengths, but the Islanders win, and Vancouver comes back to beat Seattle at home and hit that underdog of the day. So the only things we missed were really this Detroit-Montreal game was an awful miss. Montreal finally gets off the schneid and wins a game. And then this is barely a miss here, Colorado and Tampa Bay. It's not that bad. We had this game as pretty much a toss-up, and it went to overtime. So whenever you see these margins really close to 0 and the game gets tied and go to overtime, that's great. That means we thought this was going to be an even game, and it ended up being tied at the end of regulation. Buffalo and New Jersey, similar situation, where New Jersey barely wins this game with Nico Dawes in his first start ever. They didn't play Wedgwood. I think Wedgwood's going down to the minors. He's awful. And Dawes played good, so they beat Buffalo there in a lower scoring game, but that's his first game, so it's tough to predict these games when you have a brand new goalie. Just a lot of good things. As for today, Sunday, I can't do this yet because the statistics are not updated and they haven't rolled over for the day. The team stats are not updated. I can't get new player stats yet until later on Sunday. And I'm going to be out doing stuff. So there's a chance I won't be able to get this before the 1 o'clock game. I mean, what it looks right now is it looks like junk right now because we don't have goaltenders. We don't have the correct stats. We don't have any of this yet. So it doesn't really do anything yet. What I'll do is, I'm not going to take time out of my day with the other things that I'm doing to update this before the game. If no one's going to compensate me for that, I have a life to live. So if any of you that obviously want this and want to wager on it, I can't. Not in a state that can bet. So there's really no benefit to me doing this. But if someone wants to pay me, send me money at kenstock@live.com. You'll see the link in the description, and I'll take the 20 minutes out of the day to do this and stop what I'm doing and send it out to everyone. If no one's going to do that, I can't promise to do that. I have to put food on the table and work and do things, so I can't just constantly do work for free. So if you'd like to do that, consider contributing. Otherwise, there may not be a file for people until much later in the day tomorrow. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it has to be. So good luck, everyone, and may all your picks be winning.